What's up, YouTube? Thought I'd make a video on my progress on Diablo 2 Resurrected with my solo found offline account. As you can see up here in the corner, there are my two online characters that suck. And here's my roster of offline characters. We'll start with the Sorceress here. I'm also gonna show you how I've been farming keys for doing Diablo Ubers or whatever. That's been going pretty good. Not as good as my magic finding, though. I've been finding a lot of good stuff for being offline. Kind of hard to believe. Like, you're probably gonna be like, oh, he didn't really find all that stuff. This is not transferred from Diablo 2 Classic. So, if you don't know how to already, and you're playing PC, you can have unlimited respecs. Just YouTube search that, and somebody will show you how. It's really easy. I'm not going to go over it. But for key farming, I respec my Sorceress to be a lightning source. And I'll just go over the gear real quick. A 320 lightning amulet, or coronet. 210 amulet. 32 FCR spirit. 35 war traps. Caster ring. An upped gold wrap, which allows me to have 4 potion slots instead of 3. Skin of Viper Magi for cast rate, skills, and resistance, and Mage Fist for cast rate. For weapons, I'm using Heart of the Oak. It's a 38 res, pretty high roll. I've rolled 2 of these so far, believe it or not, solo self-found. And on swap, I have some spirit shields, but they're on other characters. I'm just rocking a lidless with a CTA that I rolled. First CTA I rolled. It's not very high. Quick look at some runes here. Nothing crazy, because I've made 2 Hodos and a CTA, so I've used a lot of my runes. Also made a Fortitude. Made a lot of rune words. My cat's coming up here. So for my cold source, when I switch over to her, which I use her for magic finding a lot, I've got a couple Ormus robes for the plus the cold damage. Both of them are 14 cold. I got a plus 2 cold skill Amy. It's the best I've found so far. Got a Nightwing's Veil. 2 all skills, enhanced cold damage, that kind of stuff. And a Death's Fathom. That's like literally my prized possession. Pretty hard to find. Another base I have that I'm going to make another Fortitude in. I found 2 facets so far, actually. Not really good. Neither of them lightning, neither of them cold. That's what you... Or wait, 1 lightning. I really want a cold one, though. But the lightning isn't the greatest. Didn't roll perfect, but, you know, you get what you get. These are Hell Diablo, Bale, Grand Charms, whatever. I use them for re-rolling. Just a bunch of random amulets for characters. I need to get rid of some. None of them are really outrageous. Best I found so far for rings was I have a Bolkathos, no SOJs. Also no Enigma yet, no Jaw or Burr. A couple Spirit Swords. Edge Bow for gambling, reduces vendor prices by 15%, so doing some gambling, throw that on. Some random belts. Bone Hew, couple Ethereal Insights, Ethereal Vamp K's, Smoke, Durials, another Lidless, Spirit Shroud, Viper Magi. And as you can see right now, I've got 4 Keys of Destruction, 6 Keys of Hate, 6 Keys of Terror. I'm going to wait till I get another 2 Keys of Destruction to attempt Ubers, because I've never tried it solo. It's pretty pretty worried about that. But I'm just going to show you real quick in this video. I don't know if I'll get to the, what is it? Hold on. I don't know if I'll get to the Key of Destruction. I use my Paladin for that, and it's considerably more difficult than the Key of Hate and the Key of Terror. I actually timed myself earlier, and I could do, with this lightning source, I could do the Countess and the Summoner in an average of like 2 minutes, both of them. So each run between from the start screen all the way through the loading screens, through getting the keys or doing the runs, and to the next start screen, it was 2 minutes. In my rig, the loading times are not the best. My stuff is a little outdated, so if you got a nice setup, you can probably do it quicker. But so there's the Countess, she's done. Now, nice thing on single player, most of you are probably playing online, and you might be wondering, oh, why is your map already figured out? Well, on single player, as long as you stay in hell difficulty or nightmare, as long as you stay on the same difficulty, the maps are static, meaning they're always going to be the same, and whatever you've already revealed will always be revealed. So like here in the Arcane Sanctuary, as you can see, it's all revealed because this is a good place to find runes, so I also do rune hunting here. But for doing keys, we just want to kill the Summoner, and this is really easy when you have that 105 FCR breakpoint. You already know where he's at. Teleport past all these guys with that 105 FCR. Nobody's going to have enough time to hit you, and look at that. There, the Summoner's dead. Just come right back here, somewhere in the back. Sometimes he'll have monsters with him. Usually I find he doesn't. He's usually alone. But there's your Countess and Summoner runs. And how often are they going to drop keys? I don't know the odds. I do know I was doing Summoner earlier, and I needed 2 more keys to have a total of 6 for him. And I did it for maybe 15 minutes, and then he finally, on the last run, he dropped me 2 keys. And I was like, wow, interesting. I didn't even know they could drop more than 1. So we'll do another one real quick. Summoner and Countess. And then I'll hop over to my Paladin and show you that real quick. It's significantly more difficult. Got to have the right gear for him. I mean, really, the stuff I'm using isn't really cheap gear. For being solo self-found, this is not really budget gear. I'm using Hodos and Death Spasms, and I got a Lawbringer on my Paladin, which is very important when you're doing Neelithak to get the Key of Destruction. Because if not, he's just going to corpse explode everything you kill, and trust me, I don't know if there's a single character out there that can withstand his corpse explosions. So you need an item that's going to give you slain monsters rest in peace. Now you might say, why not use a Necromancer with corpse explosion, or Trapsin with the Death Sentry so that it blows up the corpses? Or hey, if you're a Paladin, why don't you just use, what is that, is it Redemption, which redeems the dead bodies and makes them unusable? I'm telling you right now, none of that stuff is fast enough. You need slain monsters rest in peace. You gotta have it. Even as a Necromancer with corpse explosion, you're not going to be able to explode. If he gets 1 corpse explosion off, it's more than likely going to kill you if you're within range, and they have a pretty good range. So you definitely need packed up here. You definitely need the slain monsters rest in peace, which I believe you can get from, it's only a few items. I know you can get it from there's a ring, I think the Wisp projector, and the rune word that I made for my Paladin, which I'll show you. No keys off the Countess or Summoner. You'll have that. You can go through dry spells. But I made a Lawbringer which I will show you, which gives the Slain Monsters Rest in Peace mod. It also gives you the Sanctuary mod, which knocks undead back, and there's a lot of undead down there, so it kind of knocks them back and interrupts their attacks, and that's pretty convenient. But the main thing you're using it for is to keep Neelathak from corpse exploding on you, because even as like a summoned necromancer with a big army, 1 or 2 corpse explosions will wipe out the majority of your army, and then at that point there's just corpses everywhere and everybody's dying. You're dying. It's not fun. I got my first key using I think my traps in, but I died like 5 times trying to get it. Alright, so equipment real quick. Lawbringer, Amlem Co. And a sword, or I think maybe you can put it in a scepter. For me, I just really didn't care. I just want the Slain Monsters Rest in Peace. That's all I need. Shaco. I use Rising Sun Amulet because I love having Fire Absorb. It heals me at this point. And speaking of Absorb, I also use T-Gods on my belt. That gives you Lightning Absorb. So Lightning and Fire really don't phase me at all. In fact, they kind of heal me. Skin of the Viper Magi. Spirit and a Paladin Shield. So really high resistances on that because I'm kind of lacking, especially using the Lawbringer. My 49 War Travs. FCR Ring. My Bolkathos over here for the +1 skills. And Trangle's 20 FCR and Poison Res. Cold Res. Or just Cold Res. Poison damage if I did that, which I don't. On the Switch I have a Telestaff. Happens to be the really best tele-staff, charge staff, whatever in the game. I don't think there's any other ones that give you this many charges on a single staff, so that's really nice. I only use a couple teleports per run, and that's partially due to the static map that I rolled, that I've kept. It is a pretty good map, I'll show you. And if I die, don't be surprised. So I teleport, run past everybody. Believe it or not, I don't. Teleports are expensive to repair, so put on my vigor while I'm running so I can run faster. I already know which way he is because I've already done it. And watch out for the snakes. These snakes can just ruin your day. Pretty much if you have snakes down here, you just want to give up. Start it over. Come down below him. Hammer physics. Now he can't corpse explode anything, and I just trapped him up here in the corner. That was perfect. And no key. So this is how you do it. Now that was an example of a really good, easy run. If you go down there, and the number one thing that is just horrible is having them snakes. If they're down by Neelathak, you might as well just restart. The poison has crushing blow on it. And it's just ridiculous. Another thing to watch out for is the archers. I think they shoot cold arrows. I think that's all when they roll, I think that's all they can roll as, cold archers. They're pretty deadly. And the flying woman demon things down there, I can't remember what they're called. Those guys can be a pain in the butt too. This one, doing this run can be a little rough. If you have to switch to your teleport staff to get out of a bad situation, do it. Use cleansing to get that poison off you quicker. Alright, this one should be okay. Don't forget to switch to concentration while you're throwing your hammers. And there you go, he's done. So I timed myself doing this one, and I was averaging a little bit under 2 minutes. But these 2 runs that I've shown you have been pretty docile. A lot of times you go down there and it just snakes everywhere, and it's like you get hit once with a snake. Even when you put your cleansing on, that takes a solid 5-7 seconds to clear out your poison. But By that time, they're already hit you more. The other monsters around you are hitting you. See if we can't get a key here. Do one or two more runs. See if we can get a rough looking one. Got hit with that poison. So as soon as I get in the clear, I put on my cleansing. Come on, there. That stopped the poison. Avoid the snakes. You might have snakes here, but sometimes they won't be binding attack. Oh, he's going to follow me. I'm going to come over here and hopefully that snake don't follow me. All it takes is one snake to ruin your run. Come here. There he is. I heard it's a large charm. Probably have to buy some potions. I did, on my average runs, I was buying potions every time before just to kind of factor that in there, and I was getting about 2 minutes. Some of them, though, they'd take, 3 minutes, or I'd have to completely abort the run because I had snakes down there. But I'd say 2 minutes. If you got a setup this good, which isn't even perfect, but if you got a setup this good, you should be alright. 2 minutes. Make it quiet. You could shave some time off big time if you had an Enigma. I could teleport this entire way. Probably shave 5 to 10 seconds off. But those teleport charges are expensive to repair. I think it's about like 98k to repair that staff. It might be over 100, I can't remember. No snakes so far. Oh, that's a good one. Beautiful. Gotta be careful of them archers, though. So throw down a healer. Throw down a healing potion. Get up in him. And no torch. Or key. But that's just a little update on what I've found on Diablo 2 and some tricks and tips to doing key farming really quick and easy. Like I said, the lightning sources, you can farm Countess and Summoner in 2 minutes, both of them. I usually find the Countess keys quicker, I feel like. She drops the keys more. So I did time myself doing Summoners, and it was right around a minute. That's load times and everything on my slow PC. And then, like I said, with Pally doing Neelathak, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, somewhere in between there. Always varies. But, yeah. Maybe I will have a video on Ubers coming out soon. We'll see. Later.